What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about how it might be possible to discover a way to extend my life.
But what if you worked hard all your life on extending your life, and then you died and were brought up to heaven, and God said to you, "My child, what were you thinking? I had a plan for you, a destiny, and you worked all your life to screw up my plan. You, my child, are out of here."
Okay. But, using the same parameter of these postulated afterlife dynamics, what if you don't lift a finger to better your own lot in life? To fill your life with a long string of beautiful experiences, but, instead, you resign yourself to accept whatever it is that comes your way. As if it must be your destiny. As if you were meant to live whatever kind of life just happens to happen to you. What if, after chalking it all up to destiny, you died and were brought up to heaven, and God said to you, "My child, what were you thinking? I had a plan for you to grow, to develop, to be everything you could be, and to enjoy life for as long as possible, and you worked all your life to screw up my plan. You, my child, are out of here."
But how do you know? How do you know which one is right?
Are you asking me whether I can read the mind of God in order to ascertain what is most probable or likely reaction will be to either scenario?
No. That's stupid. Anyone claiming to be able to read the mind of God is either an idiot or is trying to sell you something. No. I guess what I am asking is how it is that one could get into the position in order to be able to know whether one course of action is superior to another or not. Doesn't it seem quite impossible, as I have laid it out, to know one way or the other?
Do you mean inside your scenario, which requires someone to be able to literally read the mind of God in order to know what to do next in his life? Is that scenario designed by you or by someone else? Is that scenario, which hinges on the arbitrary unknowable preference of an unseen, unknowable, and unquestionably existing, judgmental, and emotionally reactive demigod? Is that scenario designed for the express purpose of limiting man's ability to gain the knowledge required in order to learn how to act well and to be happy in this life?
Well, I didn't design it. I heard it from someone else. Let's forget about the afterlife argument, as I had never thought about it, just as you have just described it. As being something designed from the outset to fail. As being something designed as to thwart man's efforts, his goals, and his overall inspiration. And, while I still do not think it was designed, I can see how it is that wouldn't matter. It would have the same effort thwarting, goal demolishing, and inspiration killing result, whether it was designed to do so or not. But we can discuss that later. Instead, let me ask you something. Forget about the afterlife for a moment, and answer me this one question: how do we know, how can we know, now, what to do in this life? Isn't it true that all that we have to go on, when deciding about what to do in our lives, is to listen to our own heart, or to listen to other people?
What you are asking me is how it is that we get knowledge. In this case, knowledge of our own best interests, or simply knowledge of what to do next in our lives. You say that there are two sources for this kind of knowledge of what to do, or of how to act. That you can either listen to your heart, or you can listen to other people. I presume that you must assume that the others are doing the same, that they either listen to their hearts in telling others what to do, or they simply pass on what it is that they heard from others in the same epistemological predicament. So that reduces the choice down even further. We can listen to our own heart or to the hearts of others, indirectly, as it can be assumed, in this case, that the others are telling us, either what it is that their hearts want them to tell us, or what they heard from others.
Well, I guess that is right. I guess all of the other people are, individually, listening to their own hearts, or to the hearts of other people around them, indirectly.
Okay. So that we are clear. According to this reasoning, all knowledge, at least all knowledge about what it is that is in your best interests, along with all knowledge about what it is that would be the next right thing to do in one's life, all of this knowledge comes from the heart, either from our own, or, indirectly, from the hearts of others.
Yes. You really nailed it, dude.
Okay. And you want to know if that's all that there is. If all we've got to go on is to listen to our hearts, or the hearts of others? Well, my answer to that question is, hell no with a capital H. I reject this reasoning, because it relies on the idea that knowledge comes from feelings. You know, highbrow, aloof professors, in ivory tower institutions, call that idea, subjectivism. In the variant where you listen to your own heart, that is called a personal subjectivism. In the variant where you take a Gallup poll of opinions from people around you, and you base your major life actions on the results of those Gallup polls, that is called a social subjectivism. In either variant, knowledge is claimed to come from feelings. I just do not buy that, if that is what you're selling.
Well, if knowledge about what's best for me, or about what I should do next in my life, doesn't come from feelings, then how could I get myself some of this knowledge?
By thinking.
Whoa. Hold on. Now you just wait right there one damn minute. Are you telling me that I could enter into a process of personal reflection and mental deliberation, keeping my mind on the lookout for both people and things that might be of great value to me, for happiness in my lifetime, then prioritize these values into a hierarchy, so that I could understand when I'm undercutting or short-selling myself or one of my values, and then accept the personal responsibility and understanding that it will take time and determination to develop the friends, hobbies, and habits, and eventually, the kind of character that I will not only be proud of, but which will help me succeed in my overall goal of being happy?
Yes.
But wouldn't that be a lot of work?
Yes.
Is there not an easier way available to mankind? Kind of like a toll-free express lane to happiness? Or like just taking the blue pill in that epic motion picture, The Matrix, starring Keanu Reeves?
No.
But wouldn't it be easier to just believe in destiny, and then let yourself off of the hook, as far as personal responsibility goes, and then, taking a more or less, hands-off approach, and adopting a catchy, groovy, and even somewhat cosmopolitan, go-with-the-flow attitude to life?
Yes and no. It would be temporarily easier, but your life would become progressively more difficult, because of this hands-off approach. It is also easier not to even get out of bed in the morning, but you can't live well by staying asleep all of the time. But, as many great philosophers have said, if you want to act well, you have got to think about actions over a whole lifetime. One of the things that you have to do is get out of bed in the mornings. Other things will vary in value, and you constantly weigh your alternatives against your goals. You have to integrate it all. Integrate all of it. That is the secret, or the key, to happiness.
Wow. I feel like I owe you a truckload of money, or something. You have given me insight beyond measure. It's so much to think about. This whole, take charge, and develop good friendships and habits, and, eventually, good character thing. I am going to have to think about this for a while. You know, for a funny-looking bear, in a striped shirt, or whatever the hell you are, you sure seem to know a lot.
Don't judge a book by its cover. See you next time.
Thanks, see you next time, too.